yet. Ain't no doctors here. But it says that some women water can bust more than once. Yeah. So first they had some false, good God Almighty, some false labor pains. Yeah. Yeah. That's when you think it's coming to pass and it don't come to pass. You had some pain, you had some turmoil, you had some uncomfort, but it didn't come to pass. And then he said the women have something called contractions. Lord have mercy. Yeah. And Lord, that last stage, it said the baby begins to drop. Good God. And this is what it says about a contraction. A contraction is pains that wave through your body. And what those pains do, Roy, is push the baby down the birth canal. Lord have mercy. So that's what you're dealing with that's causing pain and chaos. All it's doing is pushing your promise down the birth canal. You got to have contraction. You got to have uncomfort because you want your baby to come down the birth canal. Yeah. And so this is what he began to show me. The deposit that's in you, it must develop in you before it can be delivered. Oh, have mercy. The promise or the prophecy or the business or the ministry that he has spoken into you, it must develop in you before it can come to pass. See, we think just because somebody speaks a word to us that it's time to function. But that promise has to go through a process. And sometime in that process, there will be some shifts and some moving around. There will be some things that happen that you didn't see on Google. It's because you are going through a process. It has to be developed. That promise has to be developed. And this is what else he showed me. He said, that promise is growing in you. Good God. Yeah. That prophecy is growing in you. That business, that ministry is growing in you. Yeah. And this is how he showed it to me. Once the woman received the deposit, and as it began to grow, it's steady growing. And as it's growing, then people start seeing it. And then it comes a point in time when you can't hold your promise in no more. Lord have mercy. Yeah. It's like a woman been saying, I'm pregnant, and people don't see that I'm pregnant. God told me this, and people don't see that. But then there come a point in time when they start seeing their body start to line up with their mouth. And then it come a point in time when that baby cannot be held no more under cover. Lord have mercy. And see, our problem is, Roy, we scared to talk about our promise when it ain't showing. But faith will talk about that promise as soon as you get a deposit. Yes, sir. My faith will have me tell you that I'm pregnant with a promise. You ain't got to shout with me. You ain't got to believe in me. You ain't got to give me high five. You ain't got to turn around. But my faith has told me that there's a promise on the inside of me. I'm not taking you with me to the doctor to see the ultrasound to believe. But what you can do, you can stand back and watch, because this thing got to come to pass. It got to manifest. You can stand over there and watch it peak and see if I'm growing. But this thing going to talk to you after a while. I ain't even going to have to tell you after a while, because I'm going to get big. I'm going to start swelling, y'all. Yeah. Your promise will tell on you. You won't be able to hide it. You know, you get around some people, Roy, and you got to protect your promise. Y'all go ahead and stand with me. And this is what the Lord began to show me. There are some people in here today with promises. And the Lord said in Exodus that the enemy whispered to some of the midwives and say, if it's a male child, kill it. And the Lord said, I'm raising up some men and some women here that's not going to kill promises.
Yes, sir.
No. We're going to set ourselves in agreement, even if we can't see it. Right. Because everybody don't have the same promise. Right. And see, some of our problem is if I can't see it, I can't agree with you. But those women said, no, we're not like the Egyptian women. We're not going to feel nobody. What we're going to do, we're going to help them push out that promise. We're going to help them push out that business. We're going to help them push out that ministry. We're going to help them push out. We got to push. You got to tell your neighbor it's time to push. I understand you're going through contraction, but your baby is in the birth canal. Your baby is in the birth canal. Your promise is in the birth canal. Your promise is in the birth canal. I understand that you cry. I understand that you feel the pain and people can see you in pain. But your promise is coming out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know about you.
Yes, sir.
I remember Cindy went up to the hospital and told me she was going to have a baby. And she had her hair all done. And she said, go to my sister's house and take the children there. And when I got back, it was like hurricane, Lincoln Region had hit.
Yes, sir.
But the promise had came out.
Yes, sir.
And all I'm trying to tell you is, you look like you're trying to push out a promise.
Yes, sir.
You look like you're trying to push out a promise. That's what the trouble was for, to move you. It wasn't about the taxes, it was just to shift you. And see, the Lord said, I have to shift some people. I got to position some people. I got to get them around the right people so that when it comes forth, there'll be somebody there that won't try to kill the promise. And I'm not just talking about a baby coming forth. I'm talking about greatness is in you. And you can't hold greatness in. Greatness is causing you to walk slow now. Lord have mercy. Greatness is starting to cause your feet to swell up. Your body parts are starting to get big.
Yes,
your praise is starting to get bigger. Yes, your worship is starting to get bigger. Yes, it's because greatness you start to release more milk now.
Yes,
that means you're nourishing other people now. Do you hear what the Lord said? Yes, this is what the Lord told me to say. He said, Terrence, tell them that when they're carrying a promise, you're not just carrying that promise for you, but you're carrying that promise for others. Yes, Mary carried Jesus not just for Mary, right, but she carried him for me.
Yes, sir.
So that's why you got to protect your promise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, some people want to stop your promise, but you got to protect your promise.
Yes, sir.
You can't tell everybody everything. Let your promise grow a little bit. Let your promise develop a little bit. See, there's some things that I don't mind just saying straight out open. I don't mind telling you that I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm not going to be a millionaire for sure, but I'm going to be a millionaire to help you. I'm not scared to say that because you can't stop that. It has already developed. He's making me big on that. I see you with your x-ray. I see you taking the ultrasound. You can't see it, Kevin. But I feel it. I feel it kicking hard. I feel it kicking real hard. Yeah, I can be asleep sometimes. And that promise will kick me. You know how it kicked me? It'll kick me in a dream. Say, you remember what I told you? Yeah, sometimes you'll be asleep and the Lord will tell you what's in you. There's some promises. And I'm going to give you this definition. And y'all talk to the Lord. If he had me take all these notes I don't get to use, man, you can't stop what God has put in you from coming forth. brought me out into view. God said that promise that I gave to you, that prophecy, that what I deposited into you for you to carry for my glory, it got to come out into view. The word forth also means it got to come out from a starting point and go forward. Here is the woman in position. Back then they didn't have all those tools where they put their legs on, but they would stand on a hole. Yeah. Somebody would have to dig a hole. And there would be somebody on the left, and there would be somebody on the right. And the person would stand, and somebody would stand in the front. And as they, you got to have something to push down. And they would stand and apply pressure. Every time they have a contraction. And I heard y'all gasping in worship. You ever heard a woman when she's tired. She's tired. But she ain't going to give up on the labor delivery table. And nobody in there going, you see people that they don't feel the pain, you know what they're saying? Just push. And they wouldn't be about to roll their eyes on the rain their neck, but they lock down and they push. And before you know it, I see my promise. I see my promise. I see my purpose. I see my destiny. I see my ministry. I see what God called me to do. I see greatness. I see greatness. Do you see greatness? You ought to just lock your feet down and just start tapping. Just start making the contact and say, I'm finna push now. I'm finna push now. Because the days have been accomplished and all that I went through up until this time has helped me push. It has got me in the place that I can push my promise. I can push this blessing. I can push this prosperity. I can push this healing. It's time to push. It's time to push. It's time to push. And if you believe that the Lord has put something great in you, and you feel like you're swelling now, if you feel like God has enlarged you, God talk to us. And the first thing He has to do is enlarge our minds. And if God has enlarged you in your mind to believe His promise, He said your days have been accomplished. Your days have been accomplished. You might as well thank Him for everything that you've been through up into this point. Because that's why you push so hard. That promise is in the birth canal. That promise is in the birth canal. And as we're in this medical pregnancy center today, and you believe that the Lord has said anything to you, I hear the Lord talking about business. If He said anything to you, not just your business, because sometimes we think that is not developed. It's growing. It's growing in the spirit before growing in the natural. So the Lord has said anything to you and you feel like you're great with child, that you're swelling, just come to the altar. Just come to the altar. Just come.